Hello and welcome to TTV. I'm Andrew James. This has been a great March here at Moira. We've had March break, which is obviously always fun. But we've also had intramural sports and a wonderful science fair with our Destinations program. Now, this is the 56th annual science fair, and a few members of our Destinations program went off to participate. And this segment is all about how that went.
So the Quinte Regional Science and Technology Fair is a regional event that happens in our community every year in April. It's in its 56th year, and students from all over our area, from grades 4 to grade 12, compete. So they bring projects to Loyalist College, which are judged, and the projects can be experiments, studies, or innovations. So students from all over the region, students from Hastings Prince Edward District School Board, Algonquin Lakeshore District School Board, Albert College, homeschool students, as well as other private schools. The science fair is organized by a committee of individuals, former teachers, current teachers, individuals from the community, and individuals from some of our supporters like the Kiwanis. And we actually plan the fair a year in advance. So we have the date and we have the venue, which is Loyalist College. We contact the area schools and educational boards such as the Homeschooling Association, and we provide information as to where the event will take place, what type of projects are acceptable, what grades can compete. And then it's up to individual schools or individual households to hold their own fair or club. So we do it in a variety of ways. They don't necessarily have to have a fair at their school, but they may have a club that sends on participants, or homeschoolers do it as a project within their home and bring it to the fair. I'm actually the chief judge, so it is my job to provide the judges with all the information they need to do an effective job. And I also am part of any rulings that may be ties, or if judges have questions, I'm the person that they report to. I actually am not involved in any of the judging, so I just have basically if there's a tiebreaker, I'm involved in that, or if there's a discrepancy. So I don't actually go on the floor and judge any of the projects, which is great because I get to see all the projects and ask questions, but I don't have the pressure of making a decision. Well, every year, so Destinations is in its 10th year. Every year since 2004, we've had a group of students compete in the Quinte Regional Science Fair. Anywhere from 3 to 8, grades 7 and 8, and every year Destination students have done extremely well. So what I mean by that is that they've won best in grade, or they've won a special award, and many of them have gone on to compete at the Canada-wide Science Fair. Last year we had a gold medal winner. In the past we've had silver and gold medal winners as well. So the Canada-wide Science Fair is basically a national fair where students from all over the country go to compete with their projects. And not only do they get the opportunity to share their work with people that work in that field of science or technology, but they get to meet other students, and then they also get to experience the city, what the city has to offer where it is hosted. So in the Quinte region, the science fair has been around, we're in our 56th year. It's one of the longest running fairs in the country, actually.
Okay, why is this not loading?
Yes, in fact, I've competed in the science fair for the last 4 years, and started in grade 4, and now I'm in grade 8. So it's a really fun experience, and it's great to do over the years. Keeps you interested. Well, what I love most about the science fair is once you get to the regionals, they have a whole bunch of projects, and everyone's presenting at the beginning of the day. Then after a few hours, they have an intermission. And in that intermission, they bring down really popular, amazing science enthusiasts to present amazing shows. And in the past, we've had people come down from Daily Planet even to show. Well, my first, I'm not going to name all of them, but my first project would be, does the amount of blades on a wind turbine affect the amount of energy generated? And my most recent project was a solar water heater that used copper coils inside a liquid or a solid to see which one would have the most heat when exposed to the sun. Well, I've had a few successes in the past. I mean, I've gotten best in grade and first place before, and won a few awards. Well, you see, that's kind of interesting, because at the beginning of the science fair, right? You see, every science fair, you feel kind of weary about what's going on, right? You've never presented in front of a judge before. But then as the day starts to go on, you get better at presenting in front of them, and it's just really a lot of fun. Well, this year, I'm doing it's hard to explain, but it's a pendulum highway. Now, we have mass shifting from one pendulum to the next, and it keeps going on. Well, it uses gravitational force, of course, and, just some basic physics.
Yes, I've done it since grade 4 up to grade 7, which I'm in now. The grade 4 was the forced kaleidoscope for light. Grade 5, I had a partner project, which was we put yeast in a bottle and it made it produce air and it blew up balloons. And then last year I called it Grease Lightning, and I built a Connects roller coaster and put soap on it and saw if it went faster, and the cartoons are wrong, it goes slower. And then this year I'm doing password cracking. For the ones that I did, I think the Grease Lightning, the roller coaster one, was really fun. So I'd say the hands-on part where you get to do it and you get to put the papers on the board and all the fun building or what you're testing and doing that. So it's also the learning that you get, because sometimes coming to something and you'll accidentally learn when you didn't really plan on it, but still is fun. I kind of plan on doing it until I really can't. So until I really get a really busy schedule or get out of school or something. So
Very impressive. Now, we've always had intramural sports here at Moira, but the biggest event is always the dodgeball competition. This month has been when we have gone through the dodgeball competition, and we've captured some of the exciting footage with this next segment.
The game was very exciting. It was a very good game. What happened? What worked? What didn't?
We couldn't dodge many balls, and the problem was we needed people back in, so we had to try and catch them. We caught one, so I got back into the game, but just after that, we don't know. We just controversy, I guess, miscommunication with the refs and stuff, so a couple of their players got back in, and I ended up getting hit in the foot at the last by myself, so I got out there.
What words of encouragement could you tell anybody wanting to do dodgeball but not actually doing it?
Well, it's a pretty fun game, so it's pretty easy to play, I guess. It's not too many rules to learn. But yeah, it's just more of a fun game. I lost, but I still had tons of fun and stuff like that, so.
All right, one last question. Many of the team names in this tournament are really insane and crazy. Can you tell me what your team name is and what kind of led to that name?
So our first team name was the Big Dirties. I don't know where that team came from, just joking around in class, and then Dirty Monica, the Big Dirty, and they ended up changing our name to the Big Dirty Socks. I guess they thought it was inappropriate or something. So I guess we're just a bunch of smelly, dirty socks. I don't know.
So now this game was a very intense game. Can you tell me what happened, what worked, what didn't?
Well, most of our players got out in the first little while, and then after that we just didn't have the numbers, and that didn't really work for us.
Now, what strategies did you use to kind of make you, because you were the last man standing on your team, so what did you do in that moment of last rush that you could possibly do?
Well, I tried not to get out and try and get them out in the time that I had, but it didn't really work out.
Now, a lot of these team names are very weird, they're very strange. Can you tell me what your team name is and what led to that name?
Well, I was filling in for the Bros, but I played for the Precise Protractors, and we came up with that name in dance class, and we thought it was kind of funny, so.
Now,
Hey, Mom.
all right, so What's next for you as a dodgeball player? What are you going to do next?
Gonna get ready for next year. Gonna try and beat all these guys.
Awesome. Now, one final question. If you were to tell a couple words of encouragement for somebody who never played dodgeball before but wants to get into it, what would you say to them?
Don't get out, get the other guys out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
What happened? What worked in this game? What didn't?
We kept on throwing and they caught some, and that kind of delayed the game.
Now, a lot of these team names are quite ridiculous. What's your team name and what led to that?
The French Toast Mafia.
And what led to that?
Oh no, it was like one of my team members thought of it. It was cool.
Now, this was a very intense match. If you were to give somebody a words of encouragement to go into a match like that, what would you say to them?
Just have fun.
Just have fun and work hard. Awesome. Thank you. All right, so now this was a very intense match. What worked, what didn't?
Well, what worked was me. I don't like to call my teammates out, but they're terrible. They're terrible. I gotta get a trade. I gotta get out of this organization because you know what? I'm doing all the work. I'm the workhorse, and I was let down. Let down.
All right, so now what led to the name of the team staff snipers? What led to that name?
First of all, that's not our name, so get your facts straight.
What's your name?
We're not the team staff snipers, are we? See? Oh my God. What are you, Geraldo? Get your facts right. Jeez.
All right, what led to
Oh my God. Led to what name? Our name?
Yeah.
Me, of course. The whole thing is about me. What are you missing? It's me. Next question. I'm getting bored. Next question.
All right, so now if you had a couple words of encouragement to get somebody interested in playing dodgeball, what would they be?
Violence, destruction, carnage, headhunting, all the things I enjoy. Come out for dodgeball. That's where it's at.
One final question. What was the biggest challenge that occurred and happened during this match?
Biggest challenge was, again, the refs, the other team, my teammates. Everyone's against me. Everyone's against me. I put my heart and soul into this. And you know what? Good thing Crawford's not here. He's the worst offender of them all. He should be thrown out of this league forever, banned. He's taking illegal performance-enhancing drugs. Shouldn't be allowed in. There's a lot of that going on in this too. I don't support it. I don't condone it. I'm totally free and natural. Play the game the way it's meant to be played. It's heartbreaking today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
No problem.
Very exciting. Now, March isn't the only good month in the school year. We have May, and that will hold many good surprises, I'm sure. And near the end, we'll be having the school musical. This year, it is a show called All Shook Up. It's a jukebox musical of Elvis Presley. And so if any of you are fans of his music, I'm sure there's a couple out there, feel free to check that out. I am Andrew James with TTV. Thank you for watching.